Hey guys, I'm going to be going to Chaotic Darkness and doing a little bit of a better clear than my turn 1 OTK I did earlier. This is the team, and I will show the team in detail after the clear. Alright, so let's get in here and knock it out. Alright, so on turn 1, we're going to just stack up Sephiroth, stack up Tifa. Wait for this to finish, I don't want to chain this at all. Alright, Cloud is going to sing Zidane's STMR song. Venera is going to use Jade Moon Pendant. Nicole will do Eccentric for LB Fill. And Elena will do Crystal Refragmentation for resistance. So we're immune to everything on turn 1. Okay. Alright, now so we don't just, deal any more damage than we have to. This is kind of optional. You don't really need to do this. We're going to reflect someone, and then we're going to protect +2 onto the boss, just so the boss doesn't take any more damage than needed. We're going to Jade Moon Pendant again with Venera, and then we're going to go ahead and Rallying Cry in the base form with Sephiroth and Tifa. Yeah, the reflect thing is optional. You don't want to push the boss below 80%, but above that is fine. Alright, so on this turn, we're going to go ahead and shift Nicole. And we're going to use Leviathan to put up that nice field. We're going to go to the base form of Elena. And we're going to go ahead and just chain SR. Oh, not that. Chain SR with all these units. They all chain SR. So SR, Condemning Blade, SR, Tifa, base form, SR, bunch of SR. Whoop, wrong skill. And Sephiroth, just SR. So chain all these up together, and that'll give us the 100-point chain score because we're not doing it on the kill turn. And with the +2 protect on the boss, he's taking very low damage. He takes low damage anyway because, Sephiroth and Tifa are naked in the base form, basically. I mean, they're not naked. They're wearing resist gear, but they're not any damage gear. Alright, so on this turn, turn 4, we're going to go ahead and Jade Moon Pendant again with Venera. Tifa is going to use their limit. We can't yet. We'll go ahead and go to the shift form with Elena. She has kind of a free turn this turn, so she'll just hang out. Nicole will fill the LB gauge. We're going to True Enhancing Stance, and then Imbue Water. Just Imbue Water twice, doesn't matter. Alright, that gets everyone good to go. So we're going to use the base form limit of Seth and Tifa here. This is going to put a 125 Water and a 125 Dark Imperil on the boss, which is better than what we could have done otherwise. And again, with the +2 protect, we're not really doing anything on the boss. The boss is immune to, or resisting everything. Okay, now we're going to Magnus on Seth and Tifa to get them ready for the kill turn. Next turn, Elena is going to use her shifted LB for AoE, Demon, and Human Killer. We're going to do the shifted LB on Nicole for the big Water Amplify, mostly for Sephiroth and Cloud. And then Venera is going to use her base form Magnus to perfect dispel the boss's buffs away that we put on earlier, as well as do a 90% defense break. Okay, the boss does some whatever attacks. We're immune to everything thanks to Elena's buff. Okay, Zidane's STMR song is done, and it is time to kill. So Sephiroth will shift and use his shifted LB. Tifa will do her shifted LB. Cloud will go to the base form and do his base form LB. Venera is going to shift, and we're going to use Flood from an Esper, Kokuryu, Cursed Current, and Nicole will do Flood from Leviathan. We're just going to guard Elena. We're not really going to contribute with her. I could probably figure out a way for her to contribute here, but I don't really care, to be honest. So we're going to go ahead and chain this up. We're going to use the Flood to build the chain, and then we're going to cap it with all our DPS units. And we're looking for, I think, a 72-point chain. Yep, we got it. Okay, so we're looking for somewhere around 4 billion damage with my team. More or less would be great. Oh, we did less. Oh, that feels bad. That was a bad variance roll, like a real bad variance roll. I might be... Oh my god, that was a horrible variance on Sephiroth. He actually did more than Tifa last time. Wow. Alright, I'm going to run that again, because that was just super bad variance. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I did the exact same fight, no changes. We're just going to do the exact same thing and hope for a better variance roll. Let's see if we can do better this time. Yep, variance is the most fun part of Dark Visions, not really. But it's only a 6-turn fight, really quick, so I don't really mind doing it that much. 3.9, much better. Much better. I mean, much better. 200 million more. It ain't that much of a difference. But I think that's my new high score, potentially. Because I was taking damage before, and I made some adjustments. Now I'm not taking damage. Yeah, that's what... Sephiroth actually got a low roll again, unfortunately. Ooh. Still, overall, pretty good. So here is the damage breakdown. And again, I can probably do a better score with, you know, more planning, more like less wasted party slots, whatever. But Sephiroth did 1.6. I gave Tifa all the best gear because we're going pure water, and she's not. We have a better water in peril because of the Leviathan field, so I gave her all the best, as I mentioned. 1.8 on Tifa, billion, and then Cloud 505. Maybe Cloud isn't the best choice here. Maybe someone else would be better, like Zidane, or I think Zidane would definitely be better. Honestly, now that I think about it, I probably should use Zidane. It would be a longer clear, like a 10-turn clear minimum, maybe even longer, because you got to fill his LB. I don't have any like LB fillers, so Zidane probably would do more damage. Maybe, I don't know. I'd have to try it. Anyway, Cloud did 500 million, so it was like nothing. And then of course the others weren't really DPSing. So that was the clear. Yeah, new high score. New high score. I did a little bit better that time. 400 million basically. I still have not gone back and re-cleared Behemoth, FYI. Behemoth is still my OTK turn 1. I'm gonna do him later. Anyway, Chaotic Darkness. So this is the team we did, and again, I may go back for a better clear this week at some point if I have time. But for now, this is fine for now. So here's the team. Water team. Esper specials are we need Reflect on Carbuncle to reflect, protect onto the boss to bulk him up. We don't want to push that 80 threshold. Probably optional. Maybe you don't need that, but it definitely made it easier. We need Flood Chaining on Leviathan and Kokuryu for our support units for this team. Make sure Leviathan is on Nicole so he can do the field. Rest of the Espers don't really matter. Just, you know, spread them around for killers. The boss is a human and demon, so you know, Bahamut, Diablos, and Ashura have those. So the whole team needs 100% to water and dark resist. So 100 water, 100 dark, and status immunity is very helpful for turn 1. So status immunity, and then there we go, and then some autofill for LB to get everyone's LBs good to go a little bit easier. We actually didn't even use a card on her. Shift form, basically the same thing. So Elena was a source of 100% resist all buff, and on Carbuncle she did Reflect, and then she did support chaining on turn 3 for the chain count score. And then her LB is 150 AoE in the shift form. AoE 150, demon and human killer, so it's really useful for this boss. And then Venera was our 90% defense break, also our passive provoke evasion tank with 100 water and dark. I kind of went overboard on dark because I was doing, I've been working on my strategy for a while. I was doing no buffs at all, so I needed more resist. So all you need is 100 water, 100 dark with the team we're doing. Actually, you only need 75 dark, to be completely honest here. Yeah, 75 dark and 100 water, because the Leviathan's field imperils your water resist on top of the boss's waters. We had a 100 water imperil, so we need 100 water and 75 dark on everyone. Anyway, she's also stop immune from Xehanorts, TMR, STMR, whatever. So give her stop immunity from some source. You can also do like Tifa's STMR or something. Passive provoke evasion, and then shift form. She's using multi-element weapons for wind, earth, and a dark weapon, and she's chaining water as well, just to build the chain faster, so the chain is built quicker for Cloud. Not that big a deal if you don't have Lion Saber. And yeah, she did Jade Moon Pendant most turns for the status immunity, because it makes it really convenient. You don't got to worry about the poison and all that kind of goodness. And the other unit was Nicole, Riku's Pouch to fill LB gauge a little bit quicker for Eccentric. Optional, don't really need that. Status immunity. Base form is where he chained, who's got a Lion Saber and a Moonblade for multi-element chaining. Again, optional. This is important. We have lots of Bahamut synergies to fill Esper gauge twice in a row. You don't need this much. You could have actually, on my turn chart, I could have done the cooldown on turn. Actually, no, I couldn't have. Oh yeah, I'm looking at my turn chart. Actually, I could have done the LB fill cooldown on turn 3 and summon Leviathan on turn 5 instead. That would have been the exact same thing, and you wouldn't need as much Esper fill gear. I guess you could swap that around. I'm gonna do that right now. Give me 1 second. We're gonna Leviathan on turn 5, LB fill here, and then limit on turn 4. Yeah, that way you need less Esper fill gear to do Esper back to back. Okay, there we go. So we don't need this much Esper fill gear. Anyway, shift form, basically the same thing. And he was a support chainer. Cloud and the shift form, is just using 100 wind and water, 100 water and dark resist, status immunity. I wanted to go with you, and he does need Call of the Wild as well, so we can sing Zidane's STMR on turn 1. Base form, built for damage. He didn't do very much. He does need EX2. He has to be EX2 for this to work. Otherwise, he's not going to have his uprated LB. He won't have his Imperil, and he'll be trash. We only shifted on the kill turns when we don't need any resist. Here's the gear we used. He also kind of needs Tifa's STMRs. So again, if you don't have like extra Tifa STMRs, Cloud's just not going to do anything. Replace them with like Zidane or someone else like that. Maybe Sky, I don't know. Someone. Anyway, here was his gear, maxed LB, maxed human, 125 demon, and he didn't even do that much. He did 500,000 or 500 million, whatever. Tifa base form, Rallying Cry just to speed up LB gauge, 100 water and dark, some LB fill, and then shift form. She was built for damage. Now on turn 1, her and Sephiroth were shifted, and they don't have enough resistance or status immunity. So if the boss chooses them with single target skills on turn 1, and they well, actually it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it does matter. Yeah. So if the boss chooses them on turn 1 with like the dark attack, you'd have to just reset the fight, retreat, and come back. Anyway, double fist, LB damage, demon killer, human killer. I gave her my Final Fantasy 7 card for the bonus damage. Maxed human, maxed demon, maxed LB, and that's why she did the most damage with the party. Sephiroth, basically the same thing. Base form, just whatever status. Actually, it's not status immune. You don't really need it because we're using a buff. But he does need the resistances. And then shift form, damage, and again, he's not resistant in the shift form. So if he gets picked on turn 1 when he's in the vulnerable form, just reset the fight. Turn 1 is just single target stuff. It's random if he does it or not. Here's the gear, and maxed LB, maxed human, low on demon. I really wish I had more. I have 7 cards. But anyway, that was my clear. I'll post the turn chart down below, and then tomorrow I will go back and try to improve my score on Behemoth. Yeah, Behemoth, I still have not improved my score yet. I kind of skipped straight to the end boss. Anyway, see you soon.